Hey everyone, today I'm launching 3 new fragrance. The first one is a fragrance for men and the 2 other ones are for women. So there's Accomplissement for men and there's Accomplissement for women. And there's La or LA, which is basically a word game between language. Today we're going to review both Accomplissement and tomorrow I'm going to review LA. So first of all, this is the one for men, and there's the same format for the one for women, except that the cap is gold and the label is pink instead of gray, kind of bluish gray. I don't know if you see it bluish gray there, but anyway. So both of them are available in this 50 ml format or in a format a little bit like this, 10 ml. So I have a little story with this. This fragrance is actually the first fragrance I wanted to launch. It's been since March that I'm working on it. I'm doing different tests, and I made a lot of different fragrance. I made 18 tests before I arrived to something that I was like, yeah, this is going to be good for a business fragrance, because both accomplishment are at their best for business. And after those 18 times, I still wanted to do more tests to make it perfect, exactly what I wanted, and also to have it last longer, project a little bit more, so it's a good fragrance. In the end, it took me 24 trial to arrive to this one. The other one for women was, I haven't count them, but it's fewer. I've learned a lot with this one. I did a lot of rookie mistakes since it's my first fragrance. And Accomplissement for women, I was waiting before starting to do it. So there's many mistakes I made with the first one that are obvious thing not to do nowadays for me. But it was nice to learn making this fragrance. So I'm gonna analyze both of them today. Let's start with this one. So the first thing I pick up on the tester strip, it's cedar. Or technically it's not cedar, it's tuya or tuya. I don't know. I'm gonna write it here. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced in English. And tuya, it's actually a tree that grows in Quebec, and which is the province where I live in Canada. And then it's actually real essential oil of that tree that I'm putting. That's why I'm not putting the note of cedar, which technically smell really similar. Right now with the smell, that's pretty much all I'm smelling on the tester strip. On skin, it smells a lot more pepper than it does. It kind of smells a little pepper in the background with this, but it smells more pepper on real. And there's also a big smell of vetiver. It kind of do a transition to a peppery tuya up to a cedary vetiver to a just vetiver. So for the complete note breakdown, the top notes are grapefruit and pepper. Heart note is tuya, and the base note there's amber, isoe super, oud, spicy notes, tobacco, and vetiver. So as I said, it's a business fragrance. It's made for business people when they're doing, say, business stuff, to be like super general. But if a salesperson want to meet a client, they want to smell classic, they want to smell good and still smell powerful and feel powerful when they wear a fragrance, this fragrance is made especially for this. It's where it goes at its best. And really, I wanted to make a fragrance especially for business people, for salespeople, for entrepreneur, and this is why also I took my time really on this. I felt it was better to bring some fragrance out on the market that was not this one if I didn't felt it was really, really perfect. So for other kind of event, I would say it will be good for winter. It will be good for summer. It will be probably better in summer a little bit but it will be really good in winter also. Vetiver, I think it's more of a summer smell, but there's more stuff than just vetiver going on in there, so definitely it's good for winter too. It will also be good as an everyday fragrance. I mean, it's for business people, so of course, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a salesperson, it's gonna be a good fragrance for everyday use for you. Wouldn't be a good everyday use fragrance for someone that isn't really in the business world. Could be nice if you love woody fragrance because it's a woody fragrance. If you like woody fragrance, that can be a great everyday fragrance, but it was not thought for, super versatile kind of fragrance. It's really classic, sharp, powerful. This is what I wanted to create with this fragrance. And both fragrance for men and for women, accomplissement mean accomplishment, as you could have imagined, and that's the goal. Accomplishment is not when you want to do something and finally you accomplish it. It's also who you are, and this is the mind I had with with the two fragrance. It's really being someone who accomplished things. That is the fragrance for those kind of people. And finally, for date, I would say it's a little bit bold and serious for a date fragrance. So I wouldn't really recommend it as a dating fragrance. It's really made to be put to work and to achieve things, and not to just relax, go on a date, have fun. Now, for the one for women. So I'm gonna show you here the picture for the bottle for women. I don't have it with me right now. The only one I have is a sample that I made to do the test here. So this fragrance, it's a ship fragrance. What I really get on the tester strip, it's citruses. I get a lot of grapefruit, a lot of yuzu, and some bergamot. I don't really pick much else on the tester strip. There's some kind of sweetness, roundness into it in the background. I know it's sandalwood that make this. If I smell sandalwood, smell this, I would say that the roundness of sandalwood is the roundness that's there, both by the smell and because I know that I put sandalwood in the perfume. But it's not easy to pick up. Most people won't pick up. Even I don't really pick sandalwood. I pick some roundness around it that I know is sandalwood. And this fragrance go from a citrus fragrance in the beginning of its life, and it goes more toward sandalwood the more it goes. So for the proper note breakdown, head notes, it's bergamot, grapefruit, and yuzu. Heart note, it's lilac and ylang ylang. And the base note are amber, sandalwood, musk, and patchouli. So to go back with the kind of fragrance it is, again, it's the same as the men fragrance. It's made for business. It's made for women that want to have things done, to get things done in her life. Maybe a woman that work as a manager in her department, maybe even in higher scale of the hierarchy, maybe a saleswoman. And anyway, it's made for a businesswoman. The smell is really strong, especially for a woman's smell. I would say that it goes in the same strength, not the same kind of smell as the old perfume, but in the same strength that old style perfumery, the same power that woman perfume used to have in the old time in the 60s, 50s, and that era of perfumery. Though it's really modernized versus those fragrance. This fragrance would be a little bit more toward winter than summer, but it will still be good in both season. It wouldn't be really good as a day-to-day, everyday kind of fragrance, or for a date. It will be really a perfume to show power, to feel powerful. This is what those perfume are made for. And they perform really well in their job of kind of giving you power when you wear it, but they are not made to be versatile at all. That's not what they are. So if you're interested in any of those two fragrances, just look in the description and you're gonna see the links to both fragrances. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If it's the case, we'll like and share. And if you have any question on those fragrances, just write it in the comment. I'll be really happy to answer them to you. So thanks for watching and see you soon.